Morning. Welcome to a new week. Look at that sunrise coming up. It's kind of brisk out there, but there's no snow, and it looks like it's going to be a beautiful morning. Right. I thought I would just share my outfit of the day here. I am getting ready to go and run to Rolli's, which is our Italian market. I think with a long holiday bank weekend with celebration of Martin Luther King, I am going to get my mom together with me and make wedding soup. So I'm going to run and get the ingredients at the Italian market there for that. But I'm wearing my sheep sweater from Coco and Dante, and then a pair of riding breeches. They've got like the suede in here. These are from Talbot's. They're not Coco and Dante. They're from Talbot's. But they're very comfortable outfit, and it's kind of cold out today and a little snowy. So I wanted to be warm, and I think I'm just going to throw on my duck boots with it and go from there. So let's run out to the market. All right, hello. I am back from the market. I've been back for a little bit. I just wanted to rest when I got back, so I didn't share with you. But I picked up all the ingredients I need. I'm going to post this recipe on my blog page at thatpreppyitaliangirl.com, and I'll link the direct to that recipe in the description box below. But I picked up what you need to make the Italian wedding soup homemade. So I picked up a whole chicken breast. If you want to do it like the old-fashioned way, you can pick up an actual whole fryer chicken, or you can cheat a little bit and buy an already cooked rotisserie chicken. However, the version I am going to go through and make is the shortcuts that have been fine-tuned through years of ways to cut down the time to do this and still have the good soup. I don't really particularly care for dark meated chicken, so I bought a whole boneless, skinless, actual chicken breast, the whole breast. Then you also need 2 really big things of chicken broth, the big cans of them. I actually bought low sodium ones this time. That's a new adjustment, but that's because of my mom's heart now and her diet change. So we'll see how that goes. But I never really was one to add a lot of salt and stuff anyway, so I don't think it'll bother me, but we'll see. But I bought low sodium this time, but just buy regular if you don't have like an issue with that. 1 pound of ground beef you need. You need 2 big bunches each of endive and escrow, the way they bundle them in the store, or at least by me, they bundle them into like big rubber band bundles. So 2 bunches each of those. And what else do you need? I think that's it. Oh, a bag of flour and a dozen eggs you'll also need. So we'll get to that. That's for the dough balls. Some people, if you want to cheat and just do pastine or something like that, that's fine too. It's an easy fix as well. We like to make the actual dough balls in my family from scratch. So kind of like a raw pasta thing, but they're a little bigger, like a dough ball thing. But there's a shortcut in how to make those now too once you get there. But you do need a lot of flour and about a dozen eggs to do that. And eggs were $6 a dozen. It was crazy. $7.50 for organic. And I thought they said on the news organic was supposed to be cheaper, but it was more. Anyway, those are the ingredients that I picked up. And I think I'm going to prep the meatballs tonight, so I'll show you my shortcut for that. And then tomorrow we'll start with actually making the soup. So, and then again, like I said, I'll post on the blog and then link the blog post for you for reference back down below. All right, excuse the little bit of a mess I've got going here. I've got several things going on at once. But my shortcut for making these meatballs to go in the wedding soup, this is just regular lean ground beef. I'm not going to season them or do anything. They're going in the soup. I'm just pinching off these little, like, pieces of them, probably about the size of the tip of your thumb would be. And just making little meatballs like that. And I'm going to put them in the microwave. My great-grandma used to sit there and cook them in a pan. My mom used to, no, she put them in the oven, I believe. My mom used to cook them in a pan on the stovetop. Modern conveniences and shortcuts. I'm going to stick them in the microwave a minute. They won't get too hard because you're just cooking them enough so that it's not raw meat anymore, because they'll cook more in the soup. And if they do get too hard, they're soaking in broth. They're going to soften back up anyway. So you can take the tip for a time saver, or you can go back to the old-fashioned way, but it does not affect the taste of the soup, and it makes it a little healthier being the lean ground beef. All right, so I am done making my meatballs. There's my 1 pound of lean ground beef made into my mini little meatballs. I'm just gonna let that cool and then put it in the fridge, and I'll have it for tomorrow. I made them on paper plates, so you can see I've got quite a few. I just kept stacking the grease on top of each other. Wasteful of paper plates? Yes it is. But I have nothing to clean up now. I'm just gonna throw that right in the garbage, and then I'm going to run my little Mad Mama in the microwave with the vinegar and wipe it out from the grease that's in there, and I have no dishes to clean up from doing this. So they're not styrofoam, they're paper, they're okay to throw away, and they're going right in the trash, and that is the cleanup. So you can use whatever you want to cook them on, but that's another time-saving tip to not have a mess after. Good morning. I just thought this morning, a little bit of a mess, that I would show you a cozy winter outfit. I've just got on a sweatshirt from a local boutique. I think I got it last year. It's Less People, More Dogs. I think I got it 2 years ago. And then I just pulled a Sherpa-lined quilted puffer vest over top of that for some warmth outside. This was from, the tops were both from a local boutique here called La Tida. Then I've got on my monogrammed leopard hat from Mar Lily, some leggings from a local boutique, and then I've got on just some Adidas trainers and that. So just a cozy outfit, not always dressing up. And today I'm going to run over this morning and check on my grandma and hang some curtain lights for her and get that out of the way. And then I'm going to come back and start making some soup. So let's get our day started. All right, good morning. And step one to soup a day. Technically step one, but you could have done some of the prep stuff yesterday, but I just put my whole chicken breast, don't do any trimming or anything yet, just stick that whole chicken breast in a pan with water, submerged in water, and let it come to a boil until it starts to fall apart. You're going to keep this water, so I've got my strainer out and ready to, but you're going to keep this water toward the broth, and we'll strain and cut up the chicken after, but you need to boil until it starts to fall apart. How long that takes depends on how fast you rush it and how high you put it. I've just got mine on low, so it's going to take several hours, but it's only 8 o'clock in the morning, and I don't need to have it till this afternoon. So I think slow's better. I've got it on like a just over simmer. I don't know. But yeah, step one. And there it is, the finished product of homemade Italian wedding soup. You can see the greens and the chicken and the dough balls and the little meatballs. I'm just going to add some sprinkled cheese on there. I'm using Romano, not Parmesan. And I'm going to enjoy this. Let me know down in the comment box too if you try this recipe and make it and what you think, or what kind of variations you use if you make your own wedding soup too. I'm interested to see how everyone does it different. Hello. I think this is the first time I'm talking to you from the car in the new year, but I am just sitting here waiting on my friend Julie to get here. We are meeting up to use my reservation for Acquapazzo for a late lunch, early dinner. It is really nice out for January. It's like 55 degrees. It's dreary and there's a little bit of drizzle, but it's 55 degrees in January. So that is absolutely amazing. My previous plans had fallen through, but I just love going to Acquapazzo so much. I didn't want to cancel the reservation, and they're actually seating us on the patio. So I asked her if she wanted to join, and of course she said yes, because she loves going here too. So I guess we will just make this a celebration of the life of Gina Lollobrigida, who I saw had just passed away at 95. I know there's a lot of pictures in here of Sophia Loren. I'm not sure if there's any of Gina, but we're going to find out. All right, let's go in. I have to go over and see the fish.
All right, I'm going to get in your shot. Thanks so much, ladies. Have a great night. Appreciate you.
All right, well, to end this video this week, I'm a little late to the party, but it is never too late to set goals and think about the future and things. So right before this, I'm going to put it up on the screen you have seen, but I found this pin that kind of inspired me for the new year. And I'm just going to talk a little bit about what I want to accomplish for the new year and that. But this pin was 23 Habits of Successful Women. And I thought there was a lot of good guiding points in here. Like the first one was their number one, their day starts the night before. So I always have been one to make lists and plan things, but I want to make sure that I stay on that routine and do things and make sure I'm getting things checked off my to-do list so I'm not overwhelmed. And if I have an appointment the next day, I want to make sure that I'm prepared for it and ready. And if it's something early, maybe that even means laying my clothes out the night before. Number two, they maintain an early night routine. Well, I think that was part of me just getting back on track. I had some trouble with my sleep schedule after being sick and that. And I feel like I'm finally starting to get back on track. I would like to beat the habit that I have of having the TV on to go to bed, but I'm not sure if that's so doable, because even when the little thing shuts off and says, "Are you still watching?" it wakes me up. The silence wakes me up. Plus I worry about the dogs hearing things outside and them waking me up. So while I realize that sleeping with background noise, that's the TV, is not the best habit, I don't know if it's really one I can break, but maybe I can try and do a white noise thing or something. But I do want to get on an earlier routine, and I want to make sure that I get up earlier and face the day head on too. Being on track like that really sets the tone for me for the day. So that is one of my goals, to be on track with that and see more sunrises. I mean, they're beautiful. If you don't get up, you don't see them. Number 3, they practice some form of meditation. I do my yoga and that, so I really would like to stay on track with that this coming year. Number 4, they get the biggest task done first. I'm guilty of this. We all do this. You put things off because you just dread doing them, and they're things that you just don't want to do. They might take some time or whatever, but I want to definitely try and be on top of that more and not put things off. It does feel really good once you get them done. A successful woman knows how to control her emotions. Well, we all need to work on that sometimes, I guess. And she's always educating herself and staying informed. So educating myself all the time. I want to make sure I read more this year, whether it be like, I think it's healthy to read, whether it be fiction on my Kindle app or self-improvement things. Like I picked up this book, Manifest, by Roxy Nafusi. I probably butchered that name, but I want to read that and like try and manifest better this year too, and do things of that nature, and continue to learn my Italian. I was working to learn through Italian in the Babbel app and kind of fell off track with that too. So definitely want to do that. Number 7, know when and how to delegate tasks. This is something I really need to work on. I am not good at delegating tasks. I feel very overwhelmed sometimes being the caregiver to like everyone. And sometimes there's things that they should just be doing for themselves. If I'm not, I don't know. I kind of teach them to be dependent. I need to quit doing that. I need to, number 8, prioritize myself first by delegating those tasks so that I don't get overwhelmed. Because if I get overwhelmed and overstressed, then I'm just no good to anyone, not even myself. Number 9, surround myself with like-minded people. I think I do that with like the networking thing, but maybe I can find other groups to try and join in with. Number 10, journal or does some form of healthy emotional release. I think the yoga helps with this as well, but maybe I should try and take up some journaling this year. Number 11, takes care of personal hygiene. I did kind of fall off of my little nighttime skincare routine while I was sick too, and I'm getting back on track with that as well. Maybe one day we'll do a video. Well, I said about the Sunday pampering thing, so I'll try and do that in one of the videos this year too, but I need to get back on track with my serums and night creams and all of that. I'm guilty of having gone to bed with my makeup still on too. Number 12, invest in herself. And number 13, values her mental health. So I think these two kind of relate together. I want to invest in myself more through education things like having the Babbel app and things like that. And also like spa days and things. And I think those help with the mental health as well. And also relates back then too with that delegating and that. 14, she knows how to manage her money wisely. Can always learn to do that better. I think I do pretty good with it. I've got a savings and emergency fund. As much as it hurt to spend that money when I needed the new furnace, it didn't devastate me at the end of last year, even though it was during the holidays. So what devastated me, but not in that way that it hurt me financially. So yeah, I think I'm okay with that, but can always save more, definitely. Number 15, successful women consume uplifting and positive media. I like that one. I need to shut off some of this. There's nothing I can do about the political arena around me, so why keep watching it? I mean, you do still need to know what's going on and be educated about things, but I don't want to be in a space where I keep dwelling on it. I want to watch things that are uplifting and positive, and I think I need to go through a revamp of my social media and try and curate like feeds that come to me that are better instead of things that would like maybe cause stress. 16, she makes time for herself and allows space when needed. I need to, this focuses back in with the taking care of myself first thing, like make time to exercise, make time to do yoga, delegate, make time for spa days, pampering things. 17, hones in on her craft daily. So for honing in on my craft daily, I think that just goes back again to educating myself and staying informed. I want to maybe do like some other seminars and different, learn from other content creators and things like that. Different things that I could be doing differently. There's a lot of free online courses and a lot of valuable things on YouTube as well. 18 prioritizes her health. Again, goes back to delegating the mental health as well, following up on preventative care. 19, successful women are consistent. It is hard to be consistent and not fall back off of track, and I know human nature, I'm going to fall off track again and get off schedule and things, but I hope to maybe get myself back on track faster next time it happens, and be consistent in that regard at least. It's a goal. Number 20, they practice self-discipline and self-control. All right. That's another one to work on this year. Sometimes I don't have the best self-discipline. I mean, we all eat too much junk food sometimes or go into our little chaos of that. Number 21, they don't break promises to themselves. Again, prioritizing yourself first, taking care of yourself. 22, successful women are very self-aware. I need to be more self-aware before I get to a stress point, I think. And 23, they are highly articulate. So focusing in more on saying the right thing in the right way. Definitely a goal to work on. So I don't know if all of these are going to be my actual resolution per se. I'm not really sure I believe in resolutions. I think you should always have goals that you're working on. But I really liked this pin when I found it and I thought I'd share it with you. And I think they're good things to work on this year, along with, different goals that may come up throughout the year. So on that note, I'm going to end this video with what I want to try and work on this year and get through. And I hope that you have similar intentions for the year, or goals or resolutions, manifestations, whatever you want to call them, and that you accomplish them this year as well. So good luck to all of us on that regard. Let me know in the comments down below if you share some of these goals or think they're good things to work toward as well. And I'm going to end that here. So repeat after me. You are about to walk into the greatest year of your life. See you next week.